Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Rowe. We're going to take a look at a topic that's in a few lessons. So I'm not going to say which lesson and which number. Just it's a topic for several lessons, and it's writing an equation given a point in the form x, y, and the slope. Now, there's going to be a couple of different equations that we're going to write. I'm going to use point slope form. So this is point slope form. And what you do here is you're going to enter the slope for m, and then the point xy will be x1, y1. And then we're going to use that form to write the equations in slope-intercept form. So we're going to kind of use this as a transition. So this is point slope form. And we're going to use point slope form to write slope-intercept form. All right, so let's get started. So here's what you're going to be given. And it could be worded lots of different ways, but it's going to boil down to write the equation for the line that passes through this point given this slope. Somehow it's going to be written like that. Most of the time it's just going to be real simple. Here's the point, here's the slope, write the equation. So here's the point, -6, 6. Here's the slope, -3. Let's write the equation. So like I said before, we're going to start off with point slope form. And I want to preface here that the equation has to have x and y when you get done, unless it's a special case. So you will have an x and a y in the equation when you get done, unless it's one of the special cases where you only have an x or you only have a y. So we're going to substitute everything that we know. What do we know? We know that the y is 6. We know that m is -3. And we know that x1 is -6. And I want you to watch what I do here. Because it's negative, I'm going to put it in parentheses so that I'm substituting a negative value in, even though it's subtraction. That's important. So we're going to simplify those to plus. And now we're just going to simplify it into slope-intercept form. I have to distribute on this side. So that's going to give me y -6 equals -3x -18. We get -18 because this is -3 times what is now a +6. And so that's going to give me -18. And now look, there's one step to do to make it into slope-intercept form. We're going to add 6 to each side. And so in slope-intercept form, we got -3x -12. And that is the equation in slope-intercept form. So substitute, simplify, distribute, get y by itself, and you're done. All right, next example. We've got 0.08. We've got the slope, y equals 4. Write the equation. So again, we're going to transition, starting off with point slope form. And I want you to watch what I'm doing because I'm showing all my work, and I need you to do the same thing when you submit your work. You're welcome to write it out on paper and then submit a picture. So just make sure you show everything though. Again, we're going to substitute. Y1 is 8. We got m times x minus x1, which is 0. And I guess I need to put the slope in there, Mr. Rowe. Pay attention. So we're going to delete that, and the slope is actually 4. So we're going to put a 4 in right there. All right, so what can we do to simplify here? Well, x minus 0, that's just x. So I can go straight to distributing here, and we're going to end up with y minus 8 equals 4x. We don't need the 0 anymore. It's not necessary. And again, we got one step here. We're going to add 8 to each side. And the final equation in slope-intercept form is y equals 4x plus 8. And you see my equation has the x and the y. If you don't have the x and the y, go back and re-look at this and see what you're doing wrong. Because you got to have x and y, unless it's one of those special cases. Like I said, we're not talking about those in this lesson. All right, last example. I just wanted to do one with a fraction. You know, we're going to have some lessons where you have to write the equation, but you're going to have a slope that's a fraction. So let's look at this one. Start off same way, point slope form, y minus y1. And you notice how I'm writing the equation out every time. That's part of showing your work. I'm going to substitute. I've got y minus, well, y1 is -4. So again, watch what I do. I've got a -4 in parentheses. My slope is 2/5. Then I've got x minus 5. All right, so now simplify what I can simplify. So over here, I can make that into +4. So we got y plus 4 equals, and over on the other side, I'm going to distribute. That's 2/5 x. And then minus, what is 2/5 times 5? So let's do a little side work on the next page here. We got 2/5 times 5. The 5s are going to cancel, leaving me with 2 over 1, which is 2. So when I distribute there, I'm going to get minus 2. And now, just like the others, I've got one step to solve. I'm subtracting 4. Subtracting 4, those cancel. Y equals 2/5 x minus 6. Done deal. All right, so I hope this helps you write the equation in slope-intercept form, given a point and a slope. If you're still struggling with this concept, please let me know in a teacher message or make an appointment for a help session.